What's up everyone and welcome to another video of the GC channel. I am GC, also known as Jokoin, and today I'll be doing the top 10 best movies of 2020. Now, I know that there weren't many great movies in 2020, but here's hoping that 2021 will be way better, and it will of course be, because it will probably be the end of this terrible virus. It will take a while before we're done with it, but we're finally near the end. So let's keep on the hope that this year will be way better. But without further ado, let's get started. Borat was a funny comedy. It sure was, everyone liked it. There were some controversial things in it, but seriously, what movie doesn't have controversial stuff in it? Almost every movie, right? So of course, it's not a problem to have a movie that is funny, but still has some controversial things. And this sequel definitely had some controversial problems, but it was definitely the film we needed in this year. This was a year full of really boring moments, terrible moments, and sad moments. And this was a movie that actually made you a little bit happy again. It's a feel-good movie. It's a movie we really needed this year. It was really funny. We follow our dear Borat with his daughter as they're going on this great journey and go through the coronavirus, to the quarantine. It is really a funny rollercoaster ride, and one that you should really watch if you haven't watched it yet, because it's really, really fun to watch and will really give you hope again.
Here's the deal, Quinn. You need me.
He's after all of us now. None of us are walking out of here unless we work together.
You gotta be kidding me.
Birds of Prey. There weren't that many superhero movies this year, and this movie was pretty good. It may have been a girl power movie, so I should not be enjoying it, but actually I did. I did really enjoy it. It was a pretty funny, great movie, and I'm not ashamed of watching it. Definitely not at all. It was pretty great. Really, girls, if you want to watch a movie full of girl power, then watch this movie, because it's pretty great and pretty funny as well. Tenet. This movie may have been released at the moment it was not a good moment to release a movie, but at least it did deliver some great, satisfying work. Tenet is an amazing, underrated sci-fi action movie you shouldn't have missed this year. However, for those of you who did see it or are still going to watch it, it is definitely worth your time, because it's such a great, amazing movie. It was really, really great to watch, and it was full of surprising moments, and it just shows that Christopher Nolan can still make some great movies.
People like to think of themselves as points moving through time, but I think it's the opposite. We're stationary, and time passes through us, blowing like cold wind. Maybe this is how it was always going to end.
I'm thinking of ending things. This was an underrated thriller masterpiece. It was pretty good, it was full of great performances, a lot of shocking moments. It was also a little bit scary, and that's not surprising since it was a thriller. And it was also a pretty good drama movie. If you really want to watch a movie that is full of some great twists and a little bit drama, then you're gonna like this movie.
We only have a short time on this planet. Don't miss out on the joys of life. Remember to enjoy every minute of it.
Pixar released two great movies this year, and the other one, we're gonna talk about that one a little bit later on. But first, we got this great film, Soul. We focus this guy who has a dream to become a great pianist, even though it's pretty late to now become it, because since he's already in his 30s and is still teaching high school and all. And so he's not sure if he's ever gonna make it as a famous pianist. But he gets a chance and succeeds in becoming almost popular. However, then he dies, but gets a second chance to live his life. He also meets a friend in the afterlife, 2022, and that friend is a female soul who isn't sure if she wants to go to Earth to have a life. And I'm not really gonna tell you guys how it ended. I may have told you a little bit already, a little bit too much, but it ends in a great way and really gives us a great message that you should have hope for a great future, even though it doesn't look like you're about to have a great future right now. There's still a chance you get a better future later on in your life. So this movie gives you hope, makes you laugh, and is full of some really creative animation.
We've been dying for this country from the very get.
Now the time has come. There are things to realize.
We give this goal
Has come today.
to our people.
The Five Bloods. This movie focuses on the Vietnam War, and that may be a little bit cliched since there have been a lot of films about the Vietnam War, but this film focuses on the black soldiers. It has some really great acting performances in it, and there's also a lot of great action and amazing drama scenes. It also has the great Chadwick Boseman in it. It was one of his last films before we sadly lost him, and Chadwick Boseman has been such a great actor, and we will never forget the great Kenneth Wakanda for sure. He was an amazing person, and he really made this movie so great, and it would not be so great without him because he was such an amazing, underrated masterpiece. And if you haven't watched it yet, then you should definitely watch it because it's really great, and it's amazing, and it's pretty unique for a Vietnam movie.
So now what do we do?
You just have to embrace the fact that nothing matters.
Do you sleep with people in here?
Great question. I have, but it takes a lot of work. May I cut in? It's the first dance. And that's a deal breaker?
That didn't work. Let's waste some time.
This is crazy!
You want to dance? Know the officiant? He's got a bag of sweets in his pocket.
You were right. Got him.
Palm Springs. If you want to watch another movie that really gives you hope in life again, and that really makes you smile and happy again, then this is the perfect movie to watch. Especially if you're with your lover, because this movie is a great romantic comedy masterpiece. We follow these two as they're stuck in a time loop. They are stuck on a day they are forced to witness over and over again. And they go on all kind of crazy, weird adventures together all on the same day. And it's a really fun ride. And it is a pretty funny, interesting movie for sure. If you haven't watched it yet, then you definitely should because it's really great. And it is not a movie you should have missed here because it really makes you happy in these unfunny times.
We're going on a grand and glorious quest.
It's not a quest. It's just a really fast and strange errand.
It's totally a quest.
Onward. Onward was really a great film. We follow these two brothers on an adventure to get their dad back. Their dad died a lot of years ago. And I'm not gonna tell you guys how it ended. You really have to watch it for yourself. I'm not gonna ruin this one for you because it's really a great film. And it is amazing. It's funny. It's something to definitely watch with your family. if they love a lot of fantasy stuff, because there is some big fantasy elements in this film, but not too many. So it's still fun to watch for those of you who don't like fantasy films. But other than that, it's a really great action-packed comedy film. And it has great voice acting performances by the two leads, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. They both give great acting performances as the two lead brothers, and they are such a great duo together. And I'm not gonna tell you the whole message yet of the movie, but I'm gonna tell you this. This movie shows that you should be happy with whatever you got in life, even though it is not everything you always wanted.
One of the things I love most about this life is that there's no final goodbye. I've met hundreds of people out here, and I don't ever say a final goodbye. Let's just say I'll see you down the road. And I do. I see them again. And I can be certain in my heart I'll see you again.
Nomadland. This movie is pretty unique, and it was something that was pretty surprising to get this year. We follow this woman, who is played by the great Frances McDormand, and she is going to live on the Nomadland. A land that is full of nomads. If you don't know what nomads are, I'm gonna explain it to you right now. Nomads are people who have decided to live away from the rest of the society. And a lot of real life nomads are in this movie, and they all give great performances, even though a lot of them have never been in a movie or TV show. They still give unexpectedly great performances. And that's not the only thing that makes the movie so great. It has also great cinematography, and the directing is great, the writing is amazing. And if you love a drama movie, then you can definitely watch the movie, because it's also full of great drama. It is a pretty interesting, inspired film. Now, before we get to number one, I'd like to give away some quick honorable mentions.
I went to his house today. He's not dead.
I have a pile of ashes in a box that would disagree with you.
He has figured out a way to be invisible.
Only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is coming up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death.
I was made in America, land of the free, home of the brave.
This movement that we are in is called a struggle, because we are fighting for our lives.
Welcome to America.
This ain't about civil rights.
Welcome to America.
They ain't giving black people what they really want.
What's that?
Hey, I was made in America. That's why I'm out here saving America.
Power.
They don't have guns. They don't have knives. If you work together, you can beat them.
Okay, you're gonna be all right.
Are you always this brave?
I'm not brave.
You rescue people?
Sometimes.
You know, I studied something. It's called the delusion. A belief that is untrue.
It is our delusion that lead us to sin.
The devil all the time. This movie was one of the most surprising films of this year. And this is a really good example of a great Netflix original. This was a drama movie full of action. There's amazing cinematography in this film. It is full of great performances by a great cast. We got Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård, Sebastian Stan, Haley Bennett, Jason Clarke. They all show amazing performances in this great underrated masterpiece. It is really an action-packed drama thriller, but if you haven't watched it yet, it's on Netflix, so just get an account, or if you already have an account, just finish that show you're watching right now and go watch this great film. Because it's really a pretty good film and it was not at all disappointing. And we all knew from the looks of the trailer that this was gonna be a great film for sure. So that was my top 10 of the best movies of 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me down in the comments below what movie of 2020 you liked the most. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I know you guys haven't enjoyed last year at all, but here's hoping that this year will be way better. Now, go to the couch and watch a great movie, maybe one of those who's on this list, and I'll see you guys next time.